Hello, welcome back. So, in this episode, we're gonna create the interactable base where the player can pick it up and then it will show the item on the player using a config and a signal bus. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to need is one signal in here, and we'll prefix it with ITM, so it's an item, try pick up. Save that. And up here, create a new 2D scene and call it Interactable Base. Save that already. Put it in its own folder in the game folder called Interactables. Interactable Base. Now this needs an area 2D and a collision shape, but we're not going to put anything in the collision shape right now. But we are going to change the collision layer. Take off the layer and assign it to layer 2. So what this is saying is it's looking, mask is what it's looking for layer 2, and it's currently on no layer. So it's not a layer, it's looking for layer 2, and our player will be on layer 2 looking for layer 1. And layer 1 is our world layers and our static layers. You hover over it if you did it on the last episode where you changed it to 2D. So it's player looking for world, interactable. It's not on a layer, so nothing can interact directly with this, but this can interact with the player. Okay, so in here, rename this to player interaction. Give this a script. We'll do func underscore input. Do if input dot is action just pressed interact, and we'll say get parent dot interact, like that. We'll copy this. So what you want to do is if get overlapping bodies dot size is greater than 0. That's it. Just forgot to put that line in. Now, for clicky, it doesn't work. If you go on it, it does work. Okay. Make this one its own script with a class name of interactable base. And then we'll do func and then paste that. Void pass. Right? We're actually gonna pass this here. This interactable base isn't actually gonna do anything right now. Okay, we can close this. We want to make a new folder. Do we want to make a new folder? Yeah. Configs. then right click, script, item, config. And in here, in the item configs, we want to remove the extends. Class name, item, config. Because this isn't gonna derive from anything else. It's gonna be its own class entirely. So enum keys, and the curly brackets, then leave that empty for now. And then a const get item resource, which is equal to curly brackets. We'll leave that empty for now because this needs stuff in here. And then a static func get item resource. And this will take a key, which is keys, and it will return a resource. Then return load brackets get item resource dot get key. Right, so now we need to make a new folder called resources. New script, not resource, so we'll do item resource. Click this little tree symbol and look for resource. Okay. Open that up. You've got to make sure you make this one a class name. Item resource. Right, so we need two exports. Export var item key is equal, which is item config dot keys. I don't think I actually does that need to be like that? Right, so we need to go back to item config and save that. That's why that's not showing up. There we go. Item config.keys. So that will store the key that this item is. Another export var of icon, which is a texture 2D. Okay. So the first item we're gonna make is a key. Right click, create new resource. Look for item resource. Then put in key resource. Down here, double click that and it should come up on the side. See, I did that one wrong, so it doesn't need this. And that should change that to that, but there's nothing in our thingy. So if we put in key here, and then we'll make it a little bit more readable, like wooden key. And we do keys dot wooden key. And you need to do that and drag this in. Okay. Right. So got that. So Godot has this really buggy thing where it doesn't actually let you. It doesn't update this until you reload the project. So just project reload codes project. icon. Find one on the internet from opengameart.com or anything, but I'll just use this for now. So let's go to Interactables. Make a new inherited scene from Interactable base. And then Interactable, just say like Pickupable base. Save that. Make a new folder. Pickups. And we want to take this script off of here and make a new inherited one from Interactable base. Call it Pickupable base. In here, you want to take this entire function and then add var key, which is an item config dot keys. Okay, so the pickup base now has a wooden key in it. We want to signal bus dot item try pickup dot emit, and we want to send that key in and delete self, which we shall make right now. So delete self, func delete self, void q3. So what's that gonna do? That's gonna shoot out this signal and send this key with it and this signal and this function back. So let's go to our player and then let's make a node 2D. Actually, we'll make a node 2D. Call it hand. We'll move it up here for now so we can see, and then in this hand we'll make a texture rect. Ignore size. Minimum size can be 8 by 8, and then do that, put it there. Okay? But I always test this and put this in. Yeah, see, that looks okay. So that's the size your item will be on there when you pick it up. We'll call this hand manager. Actors, scripts, hand manager. Right? And then func underscore enter tree. Signal bus dot try pickup item dot connect try pickup. Copy that, make that function. So what's that taken? That is taken item key and a callable. So we'll do key, which is an item config dot keys, and callback, which is a callable. Void. Right. So item icon reference to that. If you hold Control, click, then hold Control, then drag, it'll throw that whole line in there. Right. So then we want a variable of just key, but we don't want to set it to anything because it can be null. Okay, so if key equals no, return. Right, like that. Oh wait, them two are the same, so we'll capitalize all of that so it can tell the difference between that one and that one. Right. Now you don't need to put an else statement here because if this key is null, oh wait, no, if key does not equal null, return. Right. So now you don't need to put an else statement. Right. Then, so if it is null, key equals key, and item icon dot texture equals item config dot get item resource key dot, oh wait, yeah, of course, if you change this resource here to your item resource like that, you'll be able to get all the variables in your hand manager. So I'll put icon, there you go. Right, so let's make our first actual pickupable item. And then after that, callback dot call. So that sort of, it's not no, it's going to set this key to the key that you're shooting out, set that item to it, and then delete this item. So let's make our first actual pickupable item. New inherit scene, pickupable base. We'll do pickupable wooden key. Okay, that's the wooden key. So we just need to add a sprite in. Dog's gone mental. Reggie. Lie down. Lie down. Make that smaller. Put this like that. Okay. Pickupable wooden key. Let's fuck. Enough. Enough. Pickupable wooden key, which will be up here. Hopefully this goes okay. Boop. There we go. A little item on our head. Okay. So that's the starting of that. Then maybe we can put another input mapping in for drop item. I suppose I could do that now before I end the video. So let's put another input in and call it drop item. And we'll put that as Q for now, I guess. in the player hand manager, func underscore input, if key equals no, return. Before that, we've got to make sure we're actually checking if input dot is action just pressed drop item. So key is no, drop item. So this is when you want to go back to your item config and basically copy these two. Copy these two and get item scene and scene. Don't forget to change this one to scene also. And then change this to a pickupable. Did I give that a class name? I did not. Class name pickupable base. So let me save because this isn't right. Pickupable base. But this time you need to put at the end of this dot instant, and it won't autofill this. Dot instantiate. So make sure you spell it right. Right. And then you gotta change this to your pickupable scene. Right. And then in the hand manager, if it's not no, then we're gonna create a variable of item to drop, which will be equal to item config dot get item scene key, and then do it really messily, but for now we can do get tree dot root dot add child item to drop, and then item to drop dot global position equals global position minus vector 2 so how big is it? So 32, we'll do about 30, 0 on that, and then 34 on that, minus in that, taken away. So hopefully that will just look like it's dropped on the floor. And then key equals no after all. Okay. Let's see if that works. So if I click Q, nothing happens. Pick that up, it's on there, and then and then after that, before that, because the key is now no, so item icon dot texture equals no. It's not minus, it's a plus, because the plus is the downwards direction. There we go. The only problem with this is if you jump and let go, it'll be there. So you can drop things. things up and drop things. Okay. Right. That'll be all for now. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.